Bonjour les amis, aujourd'hui on va discuter comment demander et donner des directions autour de la ville. Ce sont les exercices à la page 98 et 99, les exercices 5, 6, 7 et 8. Bon, voilà le plan de la ville. Here you see a map of a small town. This isn't a complete map. It's not the map you're going to see on your exercises tomorrow. But we're just going to use this to give us some context for the things we're talking about. So up here you see, en haut, vous avez la rue Minerve. C'est la rue. Ça, c'est la rue Minerve en haut. Et puis vous avez la rue Périnon, le boulevard de Cardinal de Fleury, la rue de la Liberté, l'avenue Pasteur, rue Lamartine, rue Cascatel, rue de Verdun et rue Blénac. Vous avez aussi l'église, le café, la pharmacie, la poste et le marché et le parc ou le lac. Ou le jardin, on pourrait dire. Okay, so some questions that you're going to see on your worksheet I have included here, but this is not the same map, so the answers and the questions would have to change a little bit to be appropriate. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a entre l'hôpital et la bibliothèque? Well, entre means between. You have entre. And there isn't a hotel and library, so let's do something else. Let's say, qu'est-ce qu'il y a entre la poste et le café? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a entre le poste et le café? And instead of saying le stade, we would have to say le parc. Le parc est entre le café et la poste. Quel immeuble est derrière la poste? Well, if we said the marché is behind it, we could kind of make that argument here. You could say le marché. Okay, quels immeubles sont près de la banque? Well, there is no bank. So let's say what buildings are near the bridge. Quels immeubles sont près du pont? Pont is bridge. Quels immeubles sont près du pont? And we would have to say here l'église and la poste. L'église, la poste. Okay, quel immeuble est en face du café? Is across from it, is facing it. Once again, we would say la poste, really, for that one. Quels immeubles sont près du marché? What buildings are near the market? And for this one, you would say la poste et la pharmacie. So it would be la poste et la pharmacie. So, en face is across from, près de is near, derrière is behind, entre is between. So, once again, we're using this map, but it doesn't really fit with the questions all the time. So we're going to look at it and make some changes according to what we want to do. It says, excusez-moi, mon fils et moi cherchons une banque. We're looking for a bank. My son and I are looking for a bank. You'd have to say, il n'y a pas de banque, because there's no bank there. So we'll mark that out. But you can see how they answered it there. So if we changed it to, mon fils et moi cherchons une église. And let's say, for example, that you're starting out here at the bridge. And that's your starting point. So if, say, they were looking for the church, you would say, traversez le pont, cross the bridge, tournez à gauche dans la rue Cascatel, continuez tout droit, go straight ahead. L'église est juste là, à l'autre côté du carrefour, on the other side of the intersection, à gauche, à ta droite, on your right. So let's say we changed papeterie here to pharmacie. Pardon, savez-vous où est la pharmacie? Excuse me, do you know where the pharmacy is? So let's start here at l'église because that's where we were before. So we start at l'église and we say oui. Continuez tout droit dans le boulevard du Cardinal de Fleury. Passez le café. Tournez à droite dans la première rue. La pharmacie est à côté du café à ta gauche, for example. Savez-vous où se trouve le marché, s'il vous plaît? Le marché est juste à côté de la poste. Okay, so you could say the market is just next to the post office. Est-ce que vous pouvez me dire où il y a un restaurant? Well, there's no restaurant, so you'd have to say il n'y a pas de restaurant. Excusez-moi, nous cherchons une pharmacie. Well, now you're over here by the marché, so you'd have to give them directions back, but we already did that. Now, clearly, when you have more detail in your map, you're going to need more detail in your instructions, and we will be doing an activity with a more detailed map tomorrow when you get to class. And also we'll be doing very detailed activities where you're giving directions around Walkersville and other places where you need to be very specific. So we're going to have to work on thinking through how we can be logical and specific in our directions. Bon les amis, au revoir et bonne journée.